Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, and I'm sure many of you know there was a major chemical fire earlier today in the town of Shepherd, and it was scary at first seeing it because the fire was only a couple miles away from Longhorn Lester's, directly west of Longhorn Lester's, across the bank from the Trinity River, right along Highway 59 in Shepherd. And it happened this morning. There was an explosion at 7 a.m., which is right around the time I woke up, because last night I was at Longhorn Lester's. Lester and Jamie were traveling, and woke up at 7 a.m., took a little bath, ate breakfast, and then went outside to go bottle feed the two calves that need bottle feeding. And as I was bottle feeding them, I looked out towards the riverbank and I saw this black smoke. Or not black smoke, actually. I didn't know it was black smoke at the time. It looked like thunderstorms. And I looked over and I was looking around. I didn't film it because my phone was almost dead this morning at that time. But I was looking out and I see this plume, this rising from off in the distance between the trees. And I had to I'm sure you've seen Lester's videos, the tree line by the river, along the riverbank, is very thick and it's hard to see through. And so I had to maneuver around to see the smoke rising. And I immediately got very freaked out, especially after what happened in Ohio, in the town of East Palestine back in February. That was the situation I paid a lot of attention to. I have some family in that area. The Martins, that's where we're from. The Martin family were from that area. My grandfather, Robert Bennett Martin Sr., is from northern West Virginia, right along the Ohio River Valley area. That's where we're from. Our ancestors settled that region in the 17th century. We were early French settlers at the time. So we've been in that area for a very long time, nearly 400 years. So that situation was just stressful, because that stuff that leaked out of that train that blew up, or that was lit on fire, was very bad and very toxic. There were people that said they walked outside and it smelled like bleach, and their eyes were watering, and they had irritation. They had a hard time breathing, and all their animals died. That has not happened here. I talked to Jamie just right before I started filming. She said that everything is fine. Now, Longhorn Lester's was not in the smoke line. The smoke went directly north, and Longhorn Lester's was to the east. So the smoke went north, but Longhorn Lester's was to the east, so they didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, seeing it this morning was pretty scary. It looked freaky. It looked terrifying. It looked like East Palestine, Ohio. But then again, this isn't good though. But this stuff happens a lot here in Southeast Texas, especially down in Houston. Every year there's a fire at one of the plants down along the ship channel in Pasadena, in Galena Park, and Channelview, all through that area. Every year there's a chemical fire. There was a big one in 2018 that was really bad. One of those big oil cylinders caught fire, and it was a huge smoke at the time. Very bad. I mean, it was still terrible. We would rather this stuff not be in the air. Where I live, here in Cut and Shoot, it's not, we aren't even anywhere near it. I mean, it's only 15-20 miles away, but it all went north. We here in Cut and Shoot are southeast of Shepherd, so we're way out of the way. We here at my house are completely unaffected. But still, the people, the town of Livingston and Goodrich, were under shelter-in-place warnings However, they were not told to evacuate, which is good. If you're told to evacuate, then you know it's bad. And East Palestine was told to evacuate. Livingston and Goodrich were not told to evacuate, so, you know, it wasn't good. You were still under shelter in place, but it could have been worse. So, yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, I think that's it. We're fine here at my house. Palm Grove is fine. I'm a Survivor is fine. Longhorn Lester's is fine. Everything's fine. There is a bunch of thunderstorms coming through Friday, Thursday night, Friday morning. There's a bunch of storms coming through, so I guess maybe that might dissipate some of the stuff in the air. I was reading about some of the chemicals. I was like the formulas and some information about the chemicals that were released. A lot of it will be broken down by sunlight, by wind, by water vapor, by rain, thunderstorms, stuff like that. So there might be some issues. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully not too many. But there will probably be some. But it's not like a Chernobyl or a Fukushima or an East Palestine where the environment is going to be screwed up for a very long time. It's nothing like that, thank God. So yeah, I just want to give you all a little bit of an update. I saw some of you talking about or asking in some of my other videos how is everything going, what's happening on the ground. As of right now, everything's fine, or at least for us here, Longhorn Lester's and Palm Grove, everything's fine. And I'm sure in the long run, everything in the general area will be okay. But still, pray for us. Hope everything goes well. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.